Hi, in this video we are going to be learning about gas laws. This particular video, since it's our introduction video, we're going to be talking about properties of gases. And the properties we're going to be talking about are pressure, and that's a capital P, temperature, capital T, the amount or the quantity of gas that we have, and that's in moles, and the abbreviation for that is a lowercase n, and we're also going to be concerned about volume. Gases will take the volume of their container, so if it says you have a 2-liter container of, say, argon gas, your volume of gas would be 2 liters. All right, let's first of all look at pressure. What causes pressure is the gas molecules are constantly moving and they are bombarding the sides of the container, and that builds up pressure. And so pressure is caused by our molecules bumping the side of the container. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of different units of pressure, and it's best if you recognize all of them. The units are atmospheres, and the abbreviation is ATM, kilopascals, kPa, millimeters of mercury, and it's mm, and then the Hg for mercury, and torr is another unit of pressure. It's good to be able to recognize all of these as pressure units. Standard pressure, if it's an ATM, it's 1 ATM, or 760 millimeters of mercury, or 760 torr, or 101.3 kilopascals. Now, all of these standard pressures are given to you in your reference packet, so you don't need to have these memorized. But if it tells you that you're doing an experiment, and if you're at STP, that's standard temperature and pressure, our standard pressures would be one of these, depending on which unit you're using. Temperature. This is so important. You always use the Kelvin scale for any calculation when doing gas law problems. Always, always, always use the Kelvin temperature scale. So almost always they give you the temperature in degrees Celsius. To get it to Kelvin, you just add 273.15 to it, and you'll have the Kelvin temperature. The standard temperature, so when we talked about STP, we looked at our standard pressures. The standard temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, but in Kelvin, it would be 273.15. 0 Kelvin is what we call absolute zero, and that's where all molecular motion stops. So temperature, the unit must be in Kelvin. Must be in Kelvin. And so whenever they give you degrees C, add 273 to it, and you will have Kelvin. Volume. The typical unit that we're going to use for volume is liters. And again, just remember that a gas will take the volume of the container that it is in. And this should look familiar. The molar volume of any gas, if we are at STP, is 22.4 liters per mole. Moles, again, N, a lowercase n, is our abbreviation for moles, and we can get to moles if we have grams. Remember, you use the molar mass from that. You can calculate the moles of a gas at STP given the molar volume of a gas, and you can also use something called the ideal gas law to calculate moles, and we're going to be seeing that very soon. All right, our next video will talk about the gas laws. So for now, just be familiar with pressure units, that our temperature unit has to be in Kelvin and how to get Kelvin, that quantity is moles, that's a lowercase n, and that our volume is generally in liters.